growing up in my day it was a kid's paradise. There was no technology. It was just a time of riding bikes, playing football, staying out till the street lights came on. That was our babysitter, was the street lights. I never was really a popular type kid. I wasn't good at sports. I wasn't good at mechanics or school. Um, but I did have my church, and I had my friends through my youth group, and I spent Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, Sunday mornings in church. And so when somebody talks about your testimony, my testimony started when I was 46 years old. I became a Christian at 12, and my testimony was 34 years later. I was going to Brighton Christian Church right across the road from where I was living, and had a pastor, Ken Vogel, and I love the man. He was a younger pastor, and I was 12 years old. That was 1975. When I became baptized after Ken and Carolyn. Ken couldn't baptize me because him and Carolyn had left. So Pastor Chuck McGee baptized me at the Christian Church in 1975. 1977, I was 13 years old, and myself and two friends of mine, Jimmy Yoder and Richard Link, who was also on the youth there at the Christian Church, together, and we started a Christian singing group called Our Gang for Christ. And for the next, from 1977 to 1980, we traveled all over Illinois and Missouri. It was something I think God just led us to do, and we did that. And then when I graduated, I went to service. Then I came home and tried to get my life stable again, because everything, when you get out of the service, things are different. And then I met my wife. We got married, and we found the church. We found Crossroads Community Church. In 1986, I hired on at Owens, Illinois. In 2006, they made the announcement they was closing our facility. And I'm back to this point of instability in my life, and only now it doesn't just affect me. Now I have a wife and a son, and I couldn't find a job. My liaison at the unemployment office, her name was Barb Brookner, and I got close to the point where my unemployment was going to run out. I went to Barb and I said, "What am I going to do?" She told me that the unemployment rate went about 9%, so that the government stepped in and we got an extension on our unemployment. So I hit the streets looking for a job. And then we got a 3-month extension on unemployment. So come about 2.5 months, I wasn't receiving any calls. I wasn't getting nothing. And so I went and saw Barb again. And I'm like, "What am I going to do, Barb?" She goes, "Unemployment rate is still above 9%. You got another 3-month extension." I went to this. I actually got a message from one of my former co-workers at Owens, Illinois. She lives in Texas now, and she asked if I was still looking for a job. And I said, "I absolutely am. I'm in a panic situation. I need a job." She said, "I heard this place is going to open up pretty soon. It's a brand new facility. It's going to be in Granite City. They haven't even built it yet. They're building it now, not even open yet. You might want to check on it." So I did, and I give my resume to the gal doing the seminar, and nothing, crickets after that. Never heard a thing. My unemployment was going to run out on August 28th of 2009, or 2009. I went to Barb sometime around July, and I'm like, "Barb, my unemployment's going to run out, and I have not heard anything. I'm not getting any bites anywhere. What am I going to do?" She said, "Unfortunately, Ken," she said, "unemployment is down below 9%. There's no extensions." Well, Crossroads Church had been doing a project called 40 Days of Community, and we was going through a book by Rick Warren called Purpose Driven Life. On a Wednesday night, we came up to the church at a prayer meeting, and I was angry. I felt like God didn't see me no more. And I prayed, and I asked God, where are you when I need you the most? We went home after the prayer meeting, and the Bible verse that we had to study for that night was Psalms 13. And it is, David cried out in anger because he felt like God abandoned him. And at the end, he recommitted his faith to God. I couldn't have planned that. On August 28th, I got a call from SunCoke Energy wanting to know if I could start work the next Monday. My unemployment ran out on a Friday. I started my next job on Monday morning. I never missed one paycheck. But the support is really wonderful with Crossroads. We have some really good people here, and they're willing to take time to hear your story and to pray for you and to be there for you. Not just pray, just to be there. It's okay. It's okay to get angry and to ask God, but you have to listen for His answer. It's like any other thing in life that you're going to attempt to do. You've never done it before, so everything's going to be hard. Everything is going to be seeming like it's coming out of nowhere to go against you. It's going to feel that way being a young Christian as well. Don't give up. There is, and seek fellowship with other people, with other Christians, especially young Christians that have been young people, young peers that have been Christians a little bit longer. Just start off your day with nutrition for your heart, and you'll find it's easier as it goes. It does. Somebody doesn't fit a mold of what a Christian should be, doesn't make them any less a child of God. And never feel like that God abandons you, because He don't.